Hello, my Sparks, and welcome back to Let's Play Sonic Cross Shadow Generation. Last time we finished all the challenges, and this time, well, before we go to the collection room, I'm going to show off. This is what happens when you get EDA bolts. You do also get a soft for it, as well as on every like, 10 or so bolts on screen are all the chest locations. So, finally, collection room time. Get on the bike. Time for reading. Shadow began his life with the yoke of his creator, Professor Gerald, and grew up alongside the professor's granddaughter, Maria. Gerald created Shadow to be the ultimate life, among other secret reasons. One fateful day, the gun military executed a cover-up operation, resulting in Maria's death and Gerald's execution after his arrest. Shadow was captured and put into stasis. 50 years later, Dr. Eggman, Gerald's grandson, broke into a military fold to free Shadow and used him as his ultimate weapon. Shadow agreed to help, secretly driven by an intense desire for revenge. Shadow's true goal was to assemble the Chaos Emeralds to power the Eclipse Cannon, a space-based weapon capable of destroying worlds. However, Sonic and his friends stood in his way. After a fierce battle, the threat of the Eclipse Cannon was neutralized. However, a backup plan was activated. Professor Gerald's posthumous confession was played for everyone, revealing he tampered with Shadow's memories and the York itself. He wanted revenge on the whole world for Maria's death. With the Eclipse Cannon disabled, the York was set on a crash course with Earth. Sonic and others hurried to avert catastrophe. Amy Rose pleaded with Shadow to get him to help. With her words awakened his true memories that Maria would help people of the world to be safe and happy. Shadow raced to aid Sonic in saving the world. After them patrol, the Earth was safe. Earth was safe, but Shadow had disappeared. Rouge, a treasure hunter, and spy broke into one of Eggman's secret bases in search of a great treasure. To her surprise, she found Shadow sealed in a stasis capsule and Omega. Once Shadow was awakened, he had a memory of recent events. He wanted to find Dr. Eggman and get answers. Rouge still wanted to find Dr. Eggman's treasure, and Omega wanted revenge for being sealed away. United by a common goal, the three agreed to work together and hunt down Eggman. During the hunt for Eggman, Shadow was reunited with Sonic and came across the androids that looked just like him. Shadow began to wonder if he was truly himself, or another one of these copies. At the end of their adventure, Rouge accessed Dr. Eggman's vault to their treasure. She found hundreds of androids. She too wondered if the Shadow she rescued was a copy. However, Omega pointed out all of the androids would have had to have been copied from the original. Shadow set out to find his own answers and a new name for his existence. With no memory or purpose, Shadow had lost all interest in Earth and humanity. His search for direction was interrupted as Earth was invaded by Black Arms, aliens from the Black Comet. Their leader, Black Doom, appeared before Shadow and ordered him to collect the Chaos Emeralds. Shadow felt no loyalty to Black Doom, but assumed he would have answers to his past, so set out to find the emeralds and regain his memory. Throughout his efforts, Shadow remembered his promise to Maria to protect the world. He also learned that Professor Gerald had used Black Doom's DNA to create not just a loyal soldier, but as the ultimate weapon to beat the aliens. In the desperate final struggle, Shadow used the Chaos Emeralds to become Super Shadow, defeat Black Doom, and end the alien invasion. With his original mission complete, he desired to put his past behind him. Shadow and Rouge were commissioned by GUN to steal an artifact, Scepter Dirt, from Dr. Eggman. During the confrontation, the relic was broken, releasing the time-traveling spirit, Mephiles. Mephiles took on a new form by announcing Shadow's shadow. He then banished Shadow Rouge to 200 years into the future. Shadow witnessed a burning apocalypse and his own future self sealed away. Mephiles revealed humanity blamed Shadow for the downfall of the Earth. In prison, Mephiles offered Shadow a chance to get revenge on the world, but Shadow rejected him. Shadow eventually found his way back to the present, planning to reconstruct the Scepter Dark to steal Mephiles once more. However, Mephiles had grown too powerful, taking Shadow's form, and could not be contained. Eventually, Mephiles realized his true ambition and reunited with Iblis. Together, they became the time-destroying god Solaris. Shadow, along with Sonic and Silver, used the Chaos Emeralds to obtain their super forms and defeat Solaris. In the end, Solaris was wiped from existence. Shadow lost all memory of the encounters with Mephiles. Shadow invaded one of Eggman's bases to look for suspicious activity. Along the way, he defeated the mercenary team Jackal Squad and their leader, Infinite. Shadow easily defeated Infinite, leaving him weak, feeling weak and humiliated, after being implanted with a copy of the Phantom Ruler. Infinite went on to be Eggman's elite, Dr. Eggman's elite agent. Together, they set about conquering the world, targeting Shadow's allies. Infinite used the virtual reality powers of the Phantom Ruler to create a copy of Shadow and move to fight Sonic. Shadow eventually intervened, destroying the Phantom copy and joining Sonic's efforts to liberate the world. He was on the front lines, helping lead the charge to defeat Eggman's Phantom Army and save the world. That shows how just kinda non-existent Forces is, plot-wise, if that's the synopsis. But yeah, you'll get that from some of the chests. Now, Gerald's journal. You get these from popping the balloons, and I've gotten all of them, so... Property of Gerald Robotic. From Archival and Requisition Department to Commander Abraham Town. Commander, your request for tangible evidence of the Ark against 50 years ago produced very little results. Your predecessor was quite thorough in racing the cover-up operation. However, Professor Gerald's robotic personal diary managed to survive. Ironically, we had Dr. Eggman for thank for finding it all. This journal was recovered during the investigation of Dr. Eggman's stronghold, following the last Unfortunately, time and tragedy have not been kind to the journal. What you're holding now is all that remains of the original. I'm afraid there's no way to cover the pages no accounts. Can I restore the damaged or redacted elements? It's a pity. I would have very much liked to have greater insight into Gerald and Maria's lives too. Regards, Team. Entry 42, number 42. I take great pride in my research and discoveries. Few men are labelled a genius in their own time, but nothing compares to my pride in my boys. Blank and blank. They both graduated summa cum laude, and in record time no less. They'll have their doctorates in no time. It says my bachelors for archaeology and robotics are split between them, but I guess that's what makes them chips off the old block. Oh, cannot wait to see what boons they bring to the world. I cannot believe how much time. Entry number 162. I cannot believe how much time has passed. It feels like yesterday I was celebrating my boys becoming men, and now I'm a grandfather. Her name is Maria, and she is perfect in every way. She brings a smile to everyone's face, and everyone falls in love with her. Falls in love with her the moment they eyes on her. If nothing else, she is my legacy. Everything I do from this day forward, I do for her. I deciphered entry number 170. I deciphered engravings on the ancient ring I found the previous day in the blank jungle. Well, I'm personally assuming that's Mystic Jungle, but I don't know, so I'm going to call it blank. And calculate this location of a fabled fly paradise. I went alone to verify my findings and was rewarded with a spectacle of an angelic island. The land was flush, vast, lush, and hosts a number of biomes in close proximity to each other. I believe I could see an entire floating city at one point. The most majestic of all was striding away to what appeared to be a massive emerald. Could this be the legendary Master Emerald? I dare not approach or overstay my welcome, much as I want to explore every inch of this island. I felt it was a sacred land, just saying fruit on its soil felt taboo. I don't know if any civilization remains. The land's vast, and my stay was brief, but the majesty of that emerald and shrine will stay with me for the rest of my life. Excuse me. Entry number 185. I am about to embark on the most ambitious project of my life. The Earth's first space colony, orbital space colony, will be the midnight wonder of the world. It will be a place of science, researching of all matters to improve our home globe. Seeing it is a vessel to preserve life amidst the hearts of space, I have christened it the Ark. It shall be a vessel to pass on the value of life and peace to the next generation. And while most of the megastructure will be hidden within the base planetoid, I may have got a little bit of self-indulgence in the design. the only real concern is the source of quantity. But while the United Federation's forces most financing is coming from blank, I have no illusions with the ones that I'm building the arm to reserve life, not end it. While I have my concerns, I am a genius, so I'm sure I'll figure something out to examine. Entry number 389. Life and work aboard the Ark BSA for good and for ill. As positive, we regard whatever legendary chaos elements for our research. We are said to hold unlimited power in the preliminary tests, suggesting to our effect on space-time, bending reality to one's will. Imagine the possibilities. Sadly, Blank is doing just that, but in all the wrong ways. The desire for weapons research is becoming increasingly overt, increasingly polite. I used my clock to gather outlines of the president and ask him to intervene. He said he would, but then he asked me something equally obscene. He wants me to discover the means to mentality. I aim to improve life, not pervert it. Everything gives way to entropy. The concept is laughable, as intangible as a shadow. I refuse to help him arise. In respect, it could have been more diplomatic. I find myself on edge. Political pressures aside, I'm told Maria is sick with no clear diagnosis. I wish I could come to it myself, but I am needed aboard the Ark. Hopefully, this will pass and he'll recover soon. She's too precious to be left to suffer. Entry blank. The all-powerful Ifrit. Entry blank. The Ifrit had the power to bind a soul. Entry blank. The Ifrit destroyed the entire... Entry number 402. I discovered a most interesting specimen from the warehouse. It was first discovered by my son, Blank, who became quite the archaeologist. I believed to be some sort of puppet or robot made by the ancient people. Excuse me again. At first I didn't think anything of it, but when I was experimenting on the Blank, it began to move. This is just a possibility that even the ancient civilization acknowledged the power of the Chaos Emeralds. I'm assuming the first one might be Chaos Emeralds. Experiment on the power of the Chaos Emeralds. When I was researching various papers related to the Chaos Emeralds and this robot, I discovered there was a possibility this robot was something incredible. I don't want to get ahead of myself. This robot may have caused the destruction of the fourth great civilization. I'm not sure I believe it just yet though. Entry number 407. I am no longer able to ignore the possibility that this robot did in fact destroy the fourth great civilization. I discovered a tablet that explains this much. According to the tablet, when the figure falls from the heavens and the stone of the gods is joined, all exists become one again. Though it is difficult to believe, this robot has been watching my movements, mimicking all that I do. I was amazed by my scans of this being. Surprisingly, reams and reams of data scroll and caused most of my most powerful computers to crash. Most dreaming was the data was all about men combat weapons at that age. Eventually, if this being is ever restored to its former state, it will put all that data to use and recreate all the weaponry and combat abilities that I once had. And that's not all. I guess I'm correct. It will also have the ability to absorb more modern weaponry as well. What have I done? I have uncovered a horrible weapon. It has been entry number 428. It has been a trying time, to say the least. Maria was diagnosed with neuroimmunodeficiency syndrome. There is no cure. Yet I pulled some strings and had her brought aboard the Ark for treatment and assessment. The low gravity environment should help keep her symptoms manageable. Her family has been less than enthusiastic with my decision. Despite everything, she remains the most positive person in the room. Most of the staff here left their families back on Earth, so I worried that she'd feel lonely. Instead, she's become the doctor of every researcher on the Ark. Moreover, she's become a big sister to little Abraham. The Ark's happy little accident over the past few years. President keeps promising me for this quest and mysteries of life. Perhaps there's something cloud I can find a means to cure Maria chasing that shadow. Blank is dropped on pretense and is demanding weapons research in exchange for continued funding. I promised the president I begin work on Project Shadow, but even he can't get it back down. It appears I have a gun to my head on the matter. Years ago, I discovered the director's creature, a god of destruction called Chaos. It was said to command fury and force of the ocean or something like that. I've begun developing a basic AI-driven apparatus that can generate cohesion in water and produce controlled shapes for basic actions. I've told the top brass they can turn any body of water into an autonomous weapon. Deep down, I'm hoping it can be used as an easily deployed search and rescue unit. Imagine a flood turned back on itself to aid those in the water. Entry 530. Research into Project Shadow is in full swing. First step has been learning to siphon Chaos Emerald energy and apply it to living tissue. To that end, I developed the Chaos Rods. Direct application seems to be too harsh. Any organism they directly interferes with Emerald will be fused indeed. Initial tests were promising, so we're now moving on to the next stage in the trials. I'll be using salamanders for their regenerative abilities and manageable size. We'll begin applying Chaos Rods to the test subject to see how this will respond. To keep Blank from becoming negatives, applying Chaos Strikes as batteries for the mechanized division. I love powering engines of war. The sacrifice must be made if I'm to save Maria. I'll figure something out in the long run. I'm a genius after all. Entry 568. Project Shadow has reached an impasse. The subject exhibits accelerated cellular growth, to the point it cannot support its own biological system. I've developed an external life support system to compensate, but it will need to be upgraded and redesigned as the subject continues to grow. The way it thrashes and roars. It is uncontrollable. Furthermore, that generating unexplained energy reactions, is this an expression of the Chaos Emerald power? Can a living thing produce such energy? Can it be controlled? There are too many questions, and unfortunately the answers lie in this biologist's life. I'll keep it alive as comfortable as I can until I have the answers I need. If a region or should be able to safely house it while we continue our experiments. I'm not sure what to tell her. Well, I will tell Maria. I do not want to lie to her, but I think the truth is too cruel. Maria is growing into a lovely woman. It breaks my heart that someone as bright as energetic as her is diminished by disease. There are no visible effects, and I've caught my fellow researchers muttering to each other, doubting her illness. It is infuriating. I find all my reason and restraint vanishes when she's slighted, and yet she remains an unending font of positivity. Even on her worst days, when fear and pain take hold, she tells me she endures for the day she's going to return home. She has total faith in me, and that Project Shadow will cure her. Family background has no such faith. It's been so long, some researchers actually think she was born here. Her family either wants her better or wants her home, and I can do neither. Somehow, we're scorned as harsher than the government or militaries, increasing pressure for more weapons research. I'm a genius. I have to figure this out. Entry 616. Times call for Desmond Measurement and Desmond Man. Black Comet returned to Earth on its 50-year orbit. I had no idea it actually harbored life. Aboard it was Black Doom. Somehow, he knew about the project and seemed impressed with my work. He offered me a Faustian deal. I accepted. Using his DNA, I was able to overcome every hurdle Project Shadow had put before me. The small, sturdy biped I developed can perfectly interact with chaos energy. Black Doom wanted me to craft a herald for his future invasion. Blank wants Project Shadow to generate undying soldiers for him. I will play them both fronts. Entry 61620. When I launched Project Shadow, I initially named it with scorn and mockery. I was trying to grab hold of a tangible goal. Later it sounded appropriately villainous as it was toying with the fundamentals of life itself. Then, Maria looked upon the unfinished specimen and put things into a whole new perspective. A shadow tells you which way to go to find the light. In an instant, she got through all my pessimism. Doubt filled me with hope. Shadow, as she's come to call it, will not be some dark creature, but a champion of life and hope. I would not have seen that if not for Maria. She's truly a remarkable person who can do great and wondrous things for the world. I must save her, no matter the cost. Entry 633. I now understand why this being was named Gizoid. In an ancient tongue, it means everything. According to the stone tablets, if the Gizoid established a link with someone, the Gizoid will swear loyalty to the person. Perhaps it still lacks the chaos energy, but it has been saying the word link to me in broken tones. He went on to explain, show me your strength, and I shall obey. I am all things, and all shall belong to me. So as it suggested, I brought before my collection of model guns and fired them all. Then it suddenly said, I shall follow your every command and never leave your side. And since then, it refuses to listen to anyone but me. While it is still a fearsome weapon of destruction, while it remains under my control, at least it won't be used for evil. However, if someone evil intention ever forms a link to the Gazoid, don't even want to think about what will happen. Must research how one can re-establish a link with the Gazoid. Entry 640. The Emperor Echelon is going crazy. Perhaps they aim to freeze Project Shadow. Soon the ultimate life form, Shadow, will be complete. The application to my granddaughter is almost imminent. I cannot just let them stop my study at this point, because I'm the only one who can see my granddaughter's life. The higher-ups are threatening. Entry 642. The higher-ups are threatening to shut down the facility, and we're choice by handing the Gazoid to buy more time for research. Try to be careful and manage to never absorb any dangerous technologies. However, I have heard that other researchers have been making the Gazoid absorb weapons. Apparently the way to cause the Gazoid to form new link is to show a power that surpasses that of a former master. For this poses immense danger, I cannot risk losing Maria. The top brass aren't satisfied. The Gazoid isn't big enough or flash enough for them. Fine. I've developed a weapon I'm calling the Eclipse Cannon. It traps directly into the arc central reactor to produce an unethical degree of firepower. They'll love it. However, to use it on any target on Earth would destroy the world. They'll never be able to fire. Checkmate. It will, however, be the perfect tool to deal with the Black Arms when they return. Eclipse means shadow. This is Shadow's cannon. My gift to him in a battle he never asked for. I am so sorry. Entry 651. Maria doesn't know the full scope of what Shadow has been designed for, but she understands he will be under tremendous strain. She has helped me conceptualize a number of accessories that will help focus his power and aid in his mobility. I'm also researching Chaos Control, see if I can gain an understanding of it before Shadow awakens. Power to stop time and space is incredible, and I don't want him to have to try and learn its intricacies on his own. Deep down, I know his progress is superficial, tangible at best. The larger issue remains. Blank. Present. The blank. My family. Glean, there's a rift growing between my sons. My love for them shouldn't be a divisive issue. I'm running out of time. It's been a whirlwind 670. It's been a whirlwind events of late. Project Shadow is complete and Shadow has awakened. I pre-programmed a great deal of data into his mind, and his ability to parse and apply it to a situation is remarkable. All his vitals are strong, and there seems to be no signs of instability or mutation. He stands in contrast to the monster we see at Little Decks. All successes of physical and mental prowess come second to his relationship with Maria. I'd hope they get along, but it's far better for that. She is his guide to the world. He is our stalwart companion. Never have I seen such instant mutual friendship between two beings. I am truly moved. They remind me why I've been working so hard. They bring me hope. Back on Earth, my son and Blank's parents have been blessed with so they erased that. So back on Earth, my son and Maria's parents have been blessed with another little girl. They run tests and she has none of the genetic markers linked to Maria's condition. While this is welcome news, non-spoken commentary will receive that query. I must save Maria. Must get my family back. Shadow, you're the key to it all. Entry 670, number 706. My worst fears come true. Gazoid has absorbed the ephemeral technology and started to go out of control. The result rampage led to destruction of most of the ark. Aside from the rest of the stone temple, Gazoid has learned all that it can. Good, it became a god of wrath and destroyed, and all was destroyed. The researchers somehow managed to subdue the Gazoid and sealed it away. Luckily, it only had one Chaos Emerald. If it were all seven, if it were to have all 7 hidden, hidden Chaos Emeralds, 7 emeralds installed, you might destroy the whole planet, because it's always too much reliability. I tried to destroy his core, but nothing I did worked. Actually, too little technology for building. My best hope is to try and reprogram this AI into a free-willed, emotions-based AI. Entry number. I've lost track of the place. Got very scientific with me. I'm strained. Something has to give. The Gazoid's rampage caused artificial chaos to become a rat. I attempted to regain narrow control by inverting polarity of the. So instead, they became violent. Shadow raced across the arc to pacify them, quite expertly, but the damage is done. An SOS was sent to blind them automatically. I dread the just man I have to enjoy next. A heritage of the past I dug with Gazoid, and builds my life from the grave by my own hand, Shadow. I equipped both weapons with heart. Evolved powers are not to be attained for oneself, but what is to be born from hearts that yearn for someone? I believe all conflict should cease. Please, if there is anyone who wants to my prayers, bring hope to humanity. I don't know what quite went wrong. What happened or what went wrong? Was it a mistake to create the life form? I thought it would something to benefit mankind, but the military guards landed on the colonies that day. They were sent to destroy the research project I worked on. Colleagues at the research facility. My granddaughter Maria. I hope you're all safe. The colony was completely shut down to keep the project from falling into the wrong hands. The arc was shut down in the pretest. There had been an accident. I found Maria's name among those who had died amongst it when the arc shut down. She meant everything to me, and I couldn't bear the thought that she had died because of my research. I had lost everything. I had nothing more to live for. I went insane! All I can think about was to avenge her somehow, some way. I got scared as I was no longer able to control my thoughts. All I could think about was I wanted it all to end. Based on my original projections, I was able to complete my project, Shadow. I designed this mind to be perfect, pure. I will leave everything to him. If you wish to release and awaken it to the world, if you wish to fill the world with destruction. Property of the Eggman Empire. And before I exit this, if you actually read the power code, I believe, since someone did look into it, I believe it says they didn't see. Creepy, and I love how creepy it is. But, yeah. Sadly, I can't show off one more thing. Before I end this episode off, let me talk about one thing. Sonic Cross Shadow Generations. Okay. Sonic Cross Shadow Generations. Dark Beginnings. That's what it is. It's a 3 episode shorts, 3 episode shorts, full shorts, and yeah, it's focused on Shadow's past and, of course, his present. With him having nightmares of what all Black Doom coming back. It shows actually Shadow defeating the Gizoid, also known as Emerald by fans. Fans, as that's what it's called in Sonic Battle. In episode 2, he's at Radiant Gun Base with Omega and Rouge coming in later, and Team Dark end up destroying Egg Breaker, a boss from Shadow the Hedgehog. Then they raid Gun, which is how it starts. That episode starts, and we see Shadow really fighting Blue Falcon or Heavy Dog. We don't know which one it is, and saving the gun pilot that's in there, and then taking the shuttle up to the Ark, with Commander Abraham Tower gaining his full name in that short canonicalized. So, yeah. There is a song there that is not in any place else called Without You, but it's a song that is written by Casey, lyrically by Casey Lee Williams. So with that, I will end this off with you know what, let's go with something more upbeat. Also, fun fact, Boss Blue Falcon, in every other version, every time they release that song, it's for some reason given an M instead of an N. So, with that, this will be it for Sonic Boom Shadow Generations until they release the Sonic 3 movie DLC. I'll jump back onto that then. But for this, yeah, I hold my hands up, I do a lot of shimming, and I sign off. If I enjoyed this project, and honestly, I recommend you buy this game. So, this is Xeno Inazuma signing out, my Sparks. I'll see you for the next project.